if I thought I had anywhere to put it.
I'll tell you where to put it.
It's Dragon Slaying time.
Is that heavy?
It's incredibly imbalanced.
Oh gosh, don't hurt the screen.
So, we brought our stuff that we talked about, the going to the prop party thing. I brought the Jin Urso.
Jin Urso, yes.
Yep. Doll.
Yeah, the Jin Urso doll.
Doll. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper today, so I can say these things properly. You brought?
I brought the Quidditch chest and beater's bats from Harry Potter.
Amazing. And
still a work in progress.
And you brought?
I brought my life-size Ant-Man and my life-size 1960s The Fly.
So, get any comments? Get any feedback? Hear anybody say anything about your props when you were there?
Not a lot. But you know what? For me,
you got interviewed. You got interviewed on another YouTube channel.
I did.
I thought that was pretty cool. They were right
Gratuitous
there.
Sets.
Gratuitous Sets. That's right.
And I think you'll probably link.
I'll link to the video down there. I thought that was super cool. Ant-Man looked really good. Like right there at the thing. I did hear a lot of people talking about it. There was a lot of Ant-Man stuff there.
Yeah, there was a guy that had all the pieces, the Rocketeer pieces, and both helmets, the Ant-Man helmet and the Civil War helmet. But they were both still kits. He hadn't built them up yet.
But much more accurate than the helmet that I've got, because again, the helmet that I've got is just the cheap vinyl one that I bought from China for about $70, which could certainly use an upgrade. It was. Brian, what did you get?
I had. There were a lot of Harry Potter fans.
I heard nothing but just awesome things about this.
This is probably the first prop party where I have just been overwhelmed with the number of people that were talking Harry Potter. I had a couple of Harry Potter pieces. Philip had a Death Eater mask from one of the Harry Potters. It was gorgeous. It was an awesome piece. And then in the very, very back, there was a guy that had a bunch of wands and some books. I brought my books as well.
I had no idea that there were going to be so many Harry Potter.
There were a ton of people that were Harry Potter. They came up to me. They wanted to talk about the books. They wanted to talk about the Quidditch chest. They wanted to talk about the beater's bat. And then it's just like, here, take a beater's bat. Just don't kill anybody with it.
I think it was a huge hit. I heard nothing but great things.
Neil, how about you and your helmets?
Wait. Neil brought the Jin Urso.
I brought the doll. I had a couple people comment either it was cute or something like that. But what was insane was just last minute I decided to bring all my crappy Dawn Post vinyl helmets. And
but that's part of how we all got started.
And I'm telling
you, it's part of our history.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Sure.
I had several people. I think it was like the hit of the prop party.
It definitely was. I had several people come up to me and they're like, "Hey, are these your helmets?" I'm like, "No." Neil called me last night at midnight and told me to bring my one.
It was a burst of nostalgia for most of us. Absolutely,
it really was. And I had people coming up saying,
fun.
They were coming up to me telling me, "Oh, that's that crappy."
I used to own that. Yeah, I used to have that.
That's the one I saw on the shelf in the store, and I couldn't afford it. And I begged my mom.
Oh, the Royal Guard helmet's the one that I never could get.
Yeah,
because they're so rare.
Oh yeah.
And so the Jin Urso doll, which I thought would kind of be one of that kind of thing, it's a simple
Everybody loved the vintage helmets.
Everybody loved these.
Oh yeah,
and they're terrible. But they're like in a lovable, terrible kind of way.
They are
like an intentionally terrible.
Well, again, it's part of our history.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we look at it as a child
we all got started in props.
As a burgeoning prop collector and say, "Man, I would love to have a Stormtrooper helmet," or I don't think any of us looked at the Darth Vader helmet and said, "Man, I'd love to have that Darth Vader helmet." But that's Stormtrooper, the Boba Fett. There are still people to this day that are using the TIE Fighter helmet for their cosplays.
Yeah, the TIE Fighter's
for somebody that's not built like me,
now,
the TIE Fighter helmet does work really well.
To be fair, the Dawn Post TIE Fighter helmet, not bad. It's not quite as big as it needs to be.
There are two versions of the Dawn Post TIE Fighter helmet. Maybe we'll have a quick show on that. I have a classic action, which is the bigger of the two.
That's what I've got.
And Neil has the regular one. which works great for female TIE fighter pilots and
That's
for
why I have
and for
children.
some smaller guys,
For some
and
kids.
children, like Neil.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, smaller people like Neil.
But yeah, so I think it's funny. It was a really good exercise. I think we had life size, pretty close to screen accurate. Lots of just
It was fun.
awe-inspiring
It's
stuff.
fun.
Yeah.
We had scratch built, just amazing craftsmanship.
Yeah, thank
Great
you.
stuff.
And then we had vinyl crap that I've been collecting over a bunch of years, and all of it was
Great
fun.
classic collection.
Yeah.
All
It
of
was a lot
it
of
was
fun.
fun.
And a great thing you brought the Indiana Jones helmet. Or the Indiana Jones hat.
So,
there were several
to
people
cover.
that there were several people
That
at
asked,
the thing.
why is there an Indiana Jones hat on top of the Imperial Guard helmet? And I'm just gonna leave that in your court.
Yeah, we'll show that later in
Yeah.
another video. But yeah, there's nothing.
There's a reason for that. We'll show you later.
The hairline's receding on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, for everybody at home, get on the RPF, find where your local prop parties are, and just bring the stuff that you're working on. Because if you're working on it, you're digging it, and if you're digging it, somebody else is probably going to dig it too. So I think a huge success.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely so. Again, it's time to go get another beer.
It is. Thanks. We're talking props.
Good night.
See.
Wow. That was good.
We're at an audience back
Yeah.
there.
So what'd you think?
Yeah, audience back there.
Have you guys been listening?
Just now. We gotta grab something to eat. We're starving.
They can't
Really?
I have these strange pictures of you just turning around and ripping a hole in that.
We tried that last week. So the balance point on the thing is here. How ridiculous is that? It weighs a ton. Estel believes that it's so long that you have to stick this in the ground like this to stab the beast.
Man, would you stop putting that end towards the thing?